Good evening, students. Am I audible? Please confirm in the chat box. Thank you for confirming, students. Students, welcome. Welcome to the new batch of Python. So, my name is Ritu. I'm your trainer. So let's proceed with the training session. As you all know, that this session will be of 40 days and each session is of 1 hour Monday to Friday. You all know about the course fee and the course content. Session timings will be 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. according to the Indian Standard Time, IST. Any questions as of now? No. Good. So let's proceed with our session today. Hello, everyone. Very good evening. So let's proceed with our session today. As we all know, what is Python? It is a programming language. It is a programming language. So let's go ahead with that. See, Python is a general purpose, simple, platform independent, highly interpreted, high level programming language. It is a general purpose. Why it is general purpose? Because it is useful in all the fields nowadays. Very simple to understand. It is a platform independent, highly interpreted and high level programming language. So if you want to know about high level programming language, yes, one student is asking, is this a first session? Yes, dear, this is the first session. We have first five sessions will be the demo sessions for you. Okay, this is the first session. Okay, so let's proceed. As I've told you that Python is general purpose, simple, platform independent, highly interpreted and high level programming language. My voice is breaking. Is this breaking for everyone? Please let me know. Is my voice breaking for everyone? Students, if some of the students are facing such issues, please re-log in. You'll be able to. Please re-log in, students, if some of the students are facing such issues. Okay, let's start. Let's proceed. Students, before that, I wanted you people to know I wanted to you that please join our WhatsApp group. Please join our social media app and website. This is our website. Telegram group is mentioned here. This is the Telegram group which you can join. If you want to join with the Facebook, you can join here. Is on the Facebook, you need to go ahead with Logic Labs Technologies. You'll be able to get it. And for YouTube and YouTube videos, you can get in touch with us here. Instagram, you can catch us on Instagram also by Logic Labs Tech. Okay, so please join our social media apps. This is our website, that is www.logiclabstech.com. And in case you have any queries, you can always contact our support team. You can always contact our support team. They're always there to support you. Fine. Any questions? One student was raising the hand. Any question, dear? No questions as of now. Very good. So, shall we start? Shall we start? Okay. Let's go ahead. Okay. Now it is audible. Very good. So let's start. As we were talking about what is Python? It is a general purpose. Okay, one student. Students, you have the questions about the session notes and recordings. It is uploaded every day. It will be uploaded every day. Okay, you'll get the session notes every day and the recordings as well. Okay, rest you can have, as you have contacted us, just contact our support team. They will definitely help you out in that case. So let's proceed. So as I've told you that Python is a general purpose platform independent, simple, highly interpreted and high level programming language. Now how? I am a non-IT, please use less IT jargon. It is for basic to advanced, ma'am. One of the students, okay, just let me ask, Avitosh Tiwari is telling me that I'm a non-IT student. Please use less IT jargon. Don't you worry, Avitosh. This is a language which is used nowadays, even in schools, even in the banks, everywhere, even in the mechanical, if we go ahead. So any of who is from non-IT background can go ahead with this. There is not at all a problem in Python. Okay, but the thing is, you need to join the lecture from the very first day onwards. Don't miss even a single session. If you have to miss, like if there is something special, you're going somewhere else and you want to go ahead with that, then what you need to do is please listen to the recording. Don't miss that. Okay, and one of the students, I am an ultimate beginner for Python, is for basic to advanced, ma'am. Yes, this course is from basic to advanced. So we'll start from the scratch and we'll go to the advanced level. Okay. Okay, very good. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. So how is this language is general purpose? How is this simple? Why it is platform independent? How come it is highly interpreted? And we are saying that high level programming language. What is the reason? What is the meaning of all these things? We'll let you know now. Don't you worry. But before that, we need to know what kind of applications we can develop by using the Python. So in order to understand all the things better, we need to know that one can develop what can be done by using the Python. See, by learning Python coding, we can develop many applications. Now, what type of applications we can develop? We can go ahead with the web applications, like website developments. We can go ahead with that. Example, Java programming language, C language, C++ programming language, Python programming language, etc. Now we can also go ahead with by developing the gaming applications. Like whosoever is interested in development of gaming applications, they can also learn the Python coding. If we'll go ahead with AI, that is artificial intelligence, like machine learning, deep learning, etc. If we want to know, for that we need to have the knowledge of Python. It is mandatory. Naveen is asking me the question. Naveen, what is the difference between the full stack Python and normal Python? Please, will you explain, ma'am? See, if you want to go ahead with the full stack Python course, you need to have the knowledge of basics first. You need to have knowledge of basics first. So once the basic will be clear, and if you want to know about the full stack, it means it will be from scratch till end. Scratch till end. Okay, so full stack about Python course. Okay, we in our course we are doing the basic and advanced. Basic to advanced. We'll go to basic to advanced. Fine, Naveen? Okay, let's go ahead now. So, as we were telling you that with the Python coding, we can develop the websites, we can develop the gaming applications, artificial intelligence applications. Like if we want to go ahead with the machine learning, deep learning, or AI we want to learn, then what we need to have, we need to have the knowledge of Python. We need to have the knowledge of Python, that is mandatory. Desktop GUI. Now, what is GUI? That is graphical user interface applications. If we want to develop such applications, we need to know the Python coding. Image processing application, text processing based applications, business applications, we can go ahead by learning the Python coding, audio and video based applications like YouTube, web scraping or harvesting applications, even we can go ahead with that, and data visualization. Definitely. Definitely, we are going to share these slides for you. You will get everything in the PDF format for you. Okay, that will be very helpful for you guys. Is this okay, students? This will be shared with you. Okay. Students, can we take your questions after the session, if you don't mind? Can we take the questions after the session so that we'll go ahead with the session also and we'll take you? Okay. I'll answer all the questions. How can I pay the fee and all? Let me proceed with the session first, and then we'll discuss about everything. Don't you worry about it. Let's go ahead. So we were discussing about what kind of applications we can develop with the help of by using Python coding. So data visualization, numerical and complex mathematical operations which cannot be solved by using the Python coding. At that time, what it takes the help of the advanced Python, okay, where it can go ahead with the NumPy and Pandas, where we can actually solve this. Then, if we want to go ahead with the software development, operation system installers, CAD and CAM-based application, automobile industry, automation testing, IoT, console-based applications, animation of applications, data analysis and data analytics. Computer visions, education programs, as I've told you, everywhere, in every field, Python programming is running. As we are proceeding with the session, I'll give you the examples. As nowadays, all the cars are sensor based. If we talk about the mechanical industry, let's take an example. All the cars are sensor based. They have the sensors inside that. Now, how those sensors are developed? Even in that, they use the Python coding. They use the coding to understand it. They use the coding. Python is used everywhere. In the banking sector, if we go to the ATM, okay, and if we are getting some error message, we are placing the ATM card and entering the wrong PIN. At that time, one message blinks that is invalid PIN. invalid PIN or invalid user ID or invalid login ID, if we do such things, those all messages are developed by the Python programmers only. Programmers develop those programs, and then only that messages popped up on the screen. Okay? Is this okay now? One student was asking me, can you give the example? Okay, good. Now let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Now, before starting with the Python, like what is Python? What are the versions of Python? What is the downloading process of Python? Python programming is inspired from and features of Python. We need to understand all these things. We need to know all these things. Then only we'll be able to proceed with the Python. So let's start with the Python. Let's go ahead with the history of Python first. Now, as I've told you that Python is one of the general purpose programming language used in many applications. Now, developments of real-time applications. Okay, what type of applications in real-time applications? Python programming language was conceived in the year 1980. Sorry, in the year 1980. Conceived means Rossum has started working on the Python programming language in year 1980. Okay, and was implemented and brought into action in year 1989. So it took 9 years to develop the Python programming language. Now, Python programming language was officially released in the industry in the year 1991. Means it was conceived in 1980, brought into action in 1989, but officially it was released in the year 1991, February 20. Python programming language was developed by whom? Guido van Rossum. He is the father of Python programming language. And it was developed at Centrum Wiskunde Informatica, that is also known as CWI Institute in Netherlands. It was developed in Centrum Wiskunde Informatica. Now, if we talk about the ABC programming language, it is the predecessor of the Python programming language. So, who was the father of Python programming language? Guido van Rossum. It was conceived in year 1980, brought into action 1989, officially released in 1991, February 20, and developed by Guido van Rossum. Where it was developed? Centrum Wiskunde Informatica, that is 3WI in Netherlands. ABC is the predecessor of Python programming language. Please remember that if we talk about the Python programming language, it is managed and maintained by a non-commercial organization. Non-commercial organization, that is Python Software Foundation, is taking care of Python programming language. Okay, so if we talk about the official website of Python Software Foundation is www.python.org. So whenever we want to download the Python, we need to download it from the www.python.org, which is the official website of Python programming language. Now, if we talk about the versions of Python which MNCs are using. See, if we talk about the Python programming language, it has the 3 versions. One is 1.x, then 2.x, and the 3.x. So it has the 3 main versions. Let me make you understand it. Let's go ahead. let's go ahead. Main versions. If we talk about the main versions, they are 1.x, then 2.x, and 3.x. These are the main versions. After 1.x, we have 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, in which if we talk about 1 is the major version and 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, these are the minor versions of the Python. 1 is the major version and this 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, these are the minor ones. Same with the 2.x, same with the 3.x. Okay, so please remember, if we talk about the Python, 1 is the major version, x represents the minor version, which is outdated nowadays. And please remember that Python does not support the backward compatibility. If we talk about Python 2.x, 2 is the major version and x represents the minor version. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all these are the minor versions. 3.x, here 1 is called the major version and x represents the minor version. Like we have 3.11. What is a backward compatibility? Means backward compatibility means the last versions it does not support. It does not support the last versions. It is outdated. Okay. Now, if we talk about some of the companies are even using the 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. Now, if we talk about the 3.x or 3.1, 2, 3, right now we were using the latest version, that is 3.11. Okay, 3.11. So we have many versions of the 3.x. Every time it is updated. So now let's go ahead and let me tell you how to download the Python software. So for that, what we need to do is go to Chrome or wherever whatever you are using, then go to the official website of www.python.org. This is the official website, just go to it. See, here you can see downloads. Now 3.12 is the latest version. 3.12 is the latest version. Okay, see. Now go to the downloads. And here you can see all the versions. See, whatever release versions and their date, when it brought into the action, everything is mentioned here. Okay, if we are looking for some specific release, we can go ahead with that. These are the older release. Now, what is the latest version? It is 3.12. 3.12.0. This is the latest version, which is download. See, it was officially released on 2nd of October 2023. 2nd October 2023. Okay, so what you need to do is just go to the download and you'll see this From there, you need to click on the download option. Click on the download option. It will be downloaded. See, it will ask for install now, customize installation. Okay, install now. See, right now it is there in my system, so I'm not going to do that. You need to say yes. You need to click on yes. Then it will be downloaded. Any questions till now? Any questions till now? Is this clear to you, students? How to download this from the official website? Downloaded. Very good. Downloaded. Very good. Now, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. See, now 3.12 is the latest version, so you can download the latest version. Now, let's proceed with the features of Python. Features of Python programming language. Okay, let's go ahead with that. Very good. If it's installed, very good. Okay, now features of Python. Let's chat with the features. Now, students, when we talk about the features are what? They are nothing but features are the services or the facilities which are provided by the language developers in the languages, and they are used by the language programmers for developing the real-time applications. Okay, so these are provided by the programmers, the language developers, so that we can use the programming language for developing the real-time application. And if you talk about the Python, it has the 11 features. They are, as I've told you, it is simple, platform independent, dynamically typed, high-level programming language. Now, how it is this? What do we understand by simple? This is a freeware and open source platform independent language, dynamically typed programming language, interpreted programming language, high-level programming language. It is robust, extensible, embedded, both functional and object-oriented programming language. It also supports the third-party APIs. Now, what are the third-party APIs? What are the APIs? That is application programming interface, such as NumPy and Pandas. As I've told you, to solve the numerical operations, it used the NumPy. It used the NumPy, which is the third-party API, such as NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, SciPy, Scikit, Keras, Seaborn, etc. We need to remember that Python is inspired from the 4 different programming languages. It is inspired from the 4 different programming languages. One is it has learned the functional programming from C language. Then object-oriented programming, it has learned from the C++. It has learned modular programming language from Modulo 3 and scripting programming from Perl. So it is inspired from the 4 different programming languages: C, C++, Modulo 3, and Perl. Now, let's go ahead. Now, how it is known as the simple programming language? How it is known as the simple programming language? You don't know any of, Avitosh is telling me that he don't know any of these languages. So you need not to know about all these languages. You need not to have the knowledge of all these languages. Don't you worry about it. I am just telling you. You must have heard about the C, C++, Java and all. Avitosh, you must have heard about them. Yes. So good. So I'm just telling you that it has learned all these things, that it has learned, it is inspired from these programming languages. I'm not telling you to learn this. Okay. So don't you worry about it. So how is the Python a simple programming language? It is a simple programming language because of the three important technical features. Now, what are those technical features? One is, first is Python programming provides rich set of APIs. Now, what are APIs? APIs are the libraries. Okay, so it has rich set of APIs so that the Python programmer can reuse the predefined code without writing our own code, and hence Python-based applications are easy to develop. Okay, so what the Python programmers do, they reuse the predefined code, which was already defined to you. Without writing, they need not to write their own code. Okay, so that is why it is easy to develop. Now, what do we understand by APIs? APIs, as I've told you, these are the libraries, which is also known as the application programming interface. An API is a collection of modules. Now, what is an API? It is a collection of modules. And a module is a collection of function, variables, and classes. Okay? It is a collection of functions, variables, classes. Okay? So, if we want to go ahead with any of, like, if we want to go ahead with the calendar, we need to import calendar. Okay, and we'll get it. Okay, now let's go ahead with second factor. Python programming provides the garbage collector. Now, what is a garbage collector? Garbage collector, what does it do? It removes the unused memory space. First is it provides the rich set of APIs. Second is it provides the garbage collector, which removes the unused memory space, which helps in improving the performance of Python-based applications. Okay, so what is the garbage collector? What is the function of? It takes care about the automatic memory management. It takes care of the automatic memory management. Third, it is simple because it provides the user-friendly syntaxes. Now, what are the syntaxes? Anyone know what is syntax? Anyone? What do we understand by syntaxes? No. No. Syntaxes. If we talk about the syntaxes here, syntaxes are nothing. Like, do we have the formulas in mathematics? It is like that. It is like that. So Python programming provides the user-friendly syntaxes so that the programmer can develop the error-free program. Okay, yes, it is like formula so that the Python programmers can develop error-free programs in limited span of time. Let's go ahead now. Now, why it is known as the platform independent language? In platform independent language, data types memory remains same on all the OSs. Okay. In effective platform independent language, all types of values will store in the form of objects, and they can store unlimited amount of data. Okay. So in effective platform independent language, what happens is it stores everything in the form of object. Okay, with the help of we can store the unlimited amount of data. Hence, Java object contains size restricted. If we talk about the Java object, they are size restricted. Whereas if we talk about the Python objects, they contains the unlimited size and unlimited values can be stored in Python. Unlimited size and unlimited values can be stored in Python. What is object? You'll come to know about it once we'll proceed. Once we'll proceed with the language, when we'll proceed with the programming, you'll come to know about it. See, on Python, in Python, all values are stored in the form of objects. Let's go ahead now. It is freeware and open source. It is freeware and open source programming language. If any software is said to be freeware, freeware means it can be freely downloaded from its official website. So as I've told you, some of the students have already downloaded it. It can be downloaded freely from its official website. Okay, now open source. The standard name of Python is a CPython. Standard name of Python is CPython. Some of the company vendors came forward and customized the CPython and used the customized versions in-house tools in their companies. See, they use the customized version as in-house tools in the company. Such types of customized versions are called the distributions of Python. Distributions of Python. Some of the distributions of Python are JPython, or Jython. Like they are using this for Java-based applications. Okay, they are using this Python for the Java-based applications. So they have given it the name of JPython or Jython. IronPython or IPython, which is used to run the C#.NET applications. MicroPython used to develop the microcontrollers. RubyPython used to Ruby-based applications. Anaconda Python used to run Hadoop applications. Hadoop means big data applications. Okay, so there are a lot many distributors which I've already given it's a name. Now, fourth is dynamically typed language. Dynamically typed language. To understand the dynamically typed programming language, we need to know that we have two types of programming languages. One is static type and second is dynamically typed programming language. Now, what is static type? What is static type? In this programming language, we need to define a variable all the time. We need to define the variable all the time. But if we talk about the static dynamically typed, in there we need not to understand it. Let me show you how. Let's go ahead. When you download the Python, you get such screen. And if you want to if you want to edit this, if you want to edit the screen, let me tell you once that once you open the Python, you'll get such screen. And if you want to edit the screen, then you need to go to the properties. Here you can select the font size and the font also. Okay. Now, let's go ahead with static type and dynamically typed programming language. Now, what happens is, like I am writing A is equal to 1. Now, B is equal to 2. Now, I'm writing print A, comma, type of A. Now we want you to know that what type of value is the A is. This is a class int, means this is an integer value. Now if I write print B, type of B, this is also the class int. Now let me write C is equal to 12.4. Now print C, type of C. It means this is a class float. This is a class float. Now, what is the difference between the static type and the dynamically type? In the Python programming, we need not to mention that this is a what type of value it is. When we are writing print A and we wanted to know what type of value it is coming. One, it is a class integer. This is a class float. This is a floating value and this is the integer value. But when we talk about the static type, which is used in C, C++, Java, here we need to mention integer A, B, C. We need to mention here. This is an integer value. A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20, C is equal to A plus B. Here, variable declaration is mandatory, right? In spite of this, if we talk about the dynamically programming language, we need not to specify the data. I'm just writing A is equal to 1 or A is equal to 10, B is equal to 1.2. Then it is coming that what type of value it is. It is mentioning what the value is of integer type, the value is of float type. It is mentioning on itself. In the static type, we need to mention, but in the dynamically type programming language, it will come on its own. Variable declaration is not mandatory. Now, have you understood the difference between the static type and the dynamically type programming language? Have you understood, students? Any questions? What we need to mention in static programming language? Here I'm telling you, students, static programming language, Python is not a static programming language. It is a dynamically typed programming language. Static type languages, C, C++, Java, .NET, etc. In there, we need to mention this is the integer value, A, B, C. We are making the variable declaration. Okay, we need to mention that this is A is equal to 10, this is the integer value. B is equal to 20, this is the integer value. C is equal to A plus B, this is also will be the integer value. But when we are going ahead with the static type, we are just writing it and getting the answer. We are just writing it, what type of value it is. We are getting this is of integer value. This is of float value. C. I'm just writing print A, type of A, this is the integer value. But if we talk about the Java or C hash, there we need to mention that this is a integer value. This is a float value. Is this clear now? Is this clear now? Very good. Very good. Now, with this, let's wind up the topic today. Now let's go back to your questions. Rest we'll discuss tomorrow. Now you can ask your questions, students. Now, please proceed with the questions. I'll proceed with the rest of the features tomorrow. Hi, ma'am. I am from mechanical background. I don't have coding knowledge. How can I prepare? Please, will you explain where to start, how much time to spend on whole day at course to learn Python. Raju, the thing is, I understand, as I've told you, that whosoever is not from the programming background, don't you worry about it. You don't have the knowledge of IT. Just go ahead. Whatever we are going to discuss in the class, just spend an hour. Please spend an hour or half an hour, whatever time is suitable for you. Just go through it, whatever we are discussing in the class every day. You will be come to know about it. It will be very easy to understand it, and you need not to spend the whole day in this. Okay, so don't go ahead, don't take stress, nothing like that. Just learn whatever we are discussing in the class. Okay, just spend half an hour, an hour, keep practicing. That is sufficient. Okay, are you okay, Raju? Is this okay with you? Okay. Rakesh, hello ma'am. Is this course only enough to get a job? Yes, this is enough. This is enough. I will, even after the course, I will provide you the interview questions which you can prepare. Okay. Komal wanted to ask me the question. Hello ma'am, when I will practice, if I faced any problems or error, how can I contact you? You can contact me on my mail ID. I am mentioning it. It is ritu.logiclabs@gmail.com. Please mail me on this mail ID. Okay, please mail me on my mail ID. I will definitely reply you. Okay, this is my personal mail ID. You can always mail me. Okay, please text in the group. Thank you, ma'am. How to support DevOps plus AWS job as a profile? Is it? Oh, just a second. Just a second. Yeah. Hi, ma'am. These 40 days classes are there from Monday to Friday every week. Yes, it will be every week. And in case the class is not available, like I'll be unable to take the class, we'll drop the message. Any cancellation will be there. We'll drop the message in the group so that you'll come to know about it. Fine? Yes, it's every day, every week. Okay. How to support DevOps plus AWS job as profile? Is it? See, this is a programming language, and if we talk about, they are the cloud-based languages. Okay, they are the cloud-based. So they are the clouds. So there is no between the programming language and the cloud. Okay, Avitosh, I have requested to join the WhatsApp 5 days ago. Is it still showing admin approval needed? Also, I could not Logic Labs as I could not Logic Labs app as I am an Apple user. I didn't understand your question. What do you wanted to ask, Avitosh? You requested to join the WhatsApp group. Okay, so it says still showing the admin approval. Let me talk. You can contact our team on the call as well. If you have any problem, they will help you out in that. Okay. Okay, I'll talk the team about it. Okay. Do we have to access to the recording sessions after the class? Yeah, yes. After first 5 sessions are the demo sessions. And after that, if you want the recordings, you need to pay the fee. You need to pay the fee. Okay. If you want recordings, you need to pay the fee. I have complete DevOps course, but they are asking Python mandatory. Okay, if it's mandatory for you, then you need to go ahead with this. Then please go ahead with the course, Raju. You are going ahead with that. That's good. Okay. Avitosh, download. I could not download app. Okay, got it. Avitosh, if you are an Apple user, what you need to do is just go to the YouTube. You can go ahead and learn from there that how to download the Python in the upper. In notes, can we get the Python code? Also, definitely you'll get it. Definitely you'll get it. After the 10, 11 days, we'll start first, we'll go ahead with the basics. After 10, 11 days, I'll provide you the programs also so that you can actually practice on that. Komal, you can actually practice that. You will get each and everything. Whatever we'll discuss in the class, you will get each and everything. Okay? Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, yes. If we pay tomorrow, shall we get the notes from tomorrow onwards? Definitely. Definitely, you'll get the notes from tomorrow onwards. Okay, all the paid candidates will get the notes. Don't you worry about it. Okay, are you conducting mock interview, ma'am? No, I'll not conduct the mock interviews. I will provide you the interview questions there. Because this is a 40 days course and Python is a very huge concept to understand. Python is a very huge concept to understand. Okay. So if we'll go ahead with the mock interview, it will take much of time. You need to practice on your own. Okay. Okay. Is the payment to access the training not included in the initial payment? If we miss any classes, are we able to access the recordings without paying? No. 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 If you want the recordings, you need to pay the fee there. Okay. Only first 3 sessions you will be able to get the recordings of that. You can go ahead with the YouTube link, you'll get that. Okay. Please conduct after finishing the session, ma'am. Okay, Manjunath, I'll try my best to conduct the mock session for you guys. Okay. If that will be helpful for you, I will definitely go ahead with that. Any other questions? This class overlaps with my work hours and occasionally I might miss some classes if I have work meeting. At that time, what you need to do, you will get the recording once you pay the fee, dear. You'll get the recording of the class and the PDF also. You'll get the PDF also. Okay. Okay. Without mock, it is difficult to have idea of real-time interviews. So don't you worry, I'll try my best. Okay. Ma'am, can you talk regarding jobs market? What else we could learn for jobs, ma'am? Can you talk regarding jobs market? Like, I didn't understand your question, Rakesh. What do you want to know? Okay, one student is asking me what is the fee and how much is the fee? Fee is 4,000 rupees, 3,999, 3,999. Okay, and I don't know from which country you are from, so that you need to calculate and turn it into the dollars, or are you from India or what? It's INR. It's 3,999 INR. How much take to master this one? Once you see, Prashant, you need to start from the basics. We have started from the basics. It totally depends. If you want to go ahead with the machine learning, deep learning, and all artificial intelligence, then you have to go ahead with the Python basics and all. Okay? It totally depends on the student. It totally depends on the student. Okay. No doubts, ma'am. Thank you for the valuable information. How much time takes to master this? Okay. How many hours should I practice every day? If you'll practice 1 hour daily, that will be sufficient for you. That will be sufficient for you. Okay. What other languages or skills we need to get a job? What other languages? What Like the Python, if you're talking about, are you talking about the Python language or skills we need to develop? See, if you are a programmer, you need to have the knowledge of Python, then you'll get the job. Yeah. To be proficient Python by end of the course, yes, you will be proficient. You will be proficient. US, okay. Then you need to convert it 3999. That is around 4,000 rupees INR in into US dollars. Let me convert that and we'll let you know. Just hold for a second, please. I'll definitely tell you. I'll tell you. Just hold for a second. Okay. 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 You want to know. It's 48.7 US dollars there. Okay. It's $48, $49. Yes. I paid for this class and I'm wondering if I need to make another payment. You have already paid, so need not to pay. You need not to pay for that again. You need not to pay for that again. Okay? Don't you worry. Yes, ma'am, just Python is enough. Yes, Python is enough, dear. That is sufficient for you, and that is up to you what you want to go ahead and learn and which profession you want to go ahead with. Rest, definitely they'll, if you'll go to the company, they'll provide you the product training as well. Are you teaching Python scripting as well? Python 3, ma'am? No, I'm not teaching the Python scripting. $49 rest. Yes. Yes. I paid 49 USD. Okay. Avitosh, even you are from the US? Are you from the US? Good. Yes. Good. Okay. Any other questions, students? Any other questions? Is there additional resources to expedite our understanding, such as previous recordings or not? See, if you go ahead with the everyday recording only, that will be fine for you guys. Don't you worry about it. You need not to worry. Okay, don't go ahead with the previous recording. This is the first day, just start from scratch from today's class. You'll be able to come to know. You need not to go ahead with any previous recordings. Any website or videos you can refer. I will definitely refer with the go ahead with the Logic Labs only. Okay, and videos you will definitely get from us only. Okay, or for practice. Okay. Ma'am, one more question. Yes, ask me the questions. No doubt, ma'am. See you tomorrow at the same time. Thank you. Thank you, Raju. You can leave the class if you want. Okay. Ma'am, one more question. Just ask me, dear. I'm here to help you out. No doubts, ma'am. See you tomorrow at same time, and thanks. Thank you, dear. No need to refer any Python videos as prerequisites for this course. Right, ma'am? Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Okay. So in case you have any questions and you want to ask me, tomorrow also we'll take a quick recap of what we have discussed today. And if you have any question in case, you can always mail me on my mail ID. I have already mailed it I have already given it to you. No, dear Anis, you need not to go ahead with any book. You will get the PDF of these, and if you want, you can get the printout done. You can get the printout done. Okay, make the notes of that. That will be very much and sufficient for you. Okay, Anis? Okay, good. Is there any group to discuss? There is no group to discuss. If you have any questions, you can mail me. I will discuss those questions in the class only. We'll discuss those questions in the class only. Ma'am, I have a long career gap. Can I try a fresher job with Python? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Okay. Naveen, even after learning the Python, if you are confident enough, you can work as a trainer as well. Is this interactive, ma'am? It seems like one-way conversation. No, dear, this is an interactive session. You can always raise your hand. I will unmute you. I will unmute you. Okay? And you can always ask me the question there. Okay? If any of the students wanted to ask me the question, please raise your hand. I will unmute you and you can directly talk to me. Ma'am, will you provide me the offline class? No, it's not possible. I don't know where you're residing, Naveen. Where are you residing? Are you Hyderabad? Okay, but I am in Chandigarh right now. Can't help you. I'm in Chandigarh, in North. Okay. Have interactive mode so that can interrupt and can clarify the questions. Okay, don't you worry. You can always raise your hand. I will unmute you and ask you and will answer your question in case you have any. Okay. Anything else I can help you with? Thanks. Okay, students, that's all for the session today. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Any questions, you can always ask me. Till then, take care of yourself. Keep practicing. Goodbye. Good night.